We are live at the Paste South by Southwest Riverview studio with Bedouine. Osnim Korkajian of Bedouine is here with us. How are you?
Hi, glad to be here.
Are you all done with South by? This is the last stop for you?
Almost, yeah. Home stretch right
We're,
now.
we're happy you thought of us to end it with it.
The feeling's mutual.
So you have a few songs for us here. Your last album, self-titled, was one of our top 50 albums of 2017.
Oh, thank you.
And I think your first song or two is off of that.
Yep, yeah, I'm going to play you one of these days first.
Sounds good. We're ready.
All right. Always looking for your next climb, the things I want don't take time. On my knee, honey, you get it. One of these days our love ignites. We're gonna get it and get it right. One of these days. If I'm talking sweet to you, you know I'd like to hear it too. It's funny, honey, to think it's a passing phase. But if I feel alone in the morning dew, start to see new shades of blue. One of these days, you know I'm gonna set our hearts ablaze. If it's my last living deal, if I feel our love and fade, you may as well turn the blade. It's a running honey in my mouth, I know for days. But Robin singing the same old song, and I ain't doing nothing wrong. One of these days, you know I'm gonna set our hearts ablaze. If it's the last thing I do. One of these days, you know I'm gonna set our hearts ablaze. If it's the last thing I do, if it's true that I feel more for you than you do for me, it's stunning, honey, how love has some delays. 'Cause one of these days our love takes flight. We're gonna get it and get it right. One of these days. Thank you.
Well, that was beautiful.
Thank you.
So the album came out on Space Bomb.
Yes.
And there was a Space Bomb showcase a couple days ago. And we ran a story right when that came out, and there was a really cool kind of tidbit. I think it was a great South by Southwest story for everyone's out here hustling about how you connected with Matthew E. White and Space Bomb. And do you want to tell us that story?
Oh, yeah, basically I went up to him and started harassing him for his email, gently. He was playing a show right on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles, and it was like 2 blocks away from my apartment. I'd just heard about it, and I was becoming more and more familiar with Space Bomb, Natalie Prass, Matthew E. White, their little empire, and I thought, what the heck, I'll go down there and maybe I can even corner him a little bit. I mean, it was very, I tried to be gentle. You want to respect people's space when you're trying to give them your demos. It's kind of a fine line, but I did. It was a very unsolicited attempt. And he told me he'd listen to it when he got a chance, and sure enough, he did. When he got home from tour, it turned out that he was really pleased with it, and then that sparked a 1-year intermittent conversation between us before we actually moved forward. But yeah,
So it's a great fit, and sometimes that approach works.
Yeah. Surprisingly, yeah.
Take notes, all the artists out here.
Yeah, yeah. For everybody, Matthew's email is
Yeah, right.
yeah, just send in your demos.
Whoa, let me just stop you right there. So you have another song for us.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna play you the first track off the first LP. It's called Nice and Quiet.
Okay.
After all, isn't it the time that we make, and all the innocence we give and we take? I've tried so hard to be there for you. It seems it may mean disappearing for you. I don't wanna run, I don't wanna try to fight it. Every time I try, I find new ways to deny it. I will try my best to keep my head nice and quiet for you. You, I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna make it right. Anything you're losing, should you really try and find it? When I'm on my way, I'll keep my feet nice and quiet for you. You. After all, isn't it the fear that we face, and all the bitterness we try and erase? All of the reasons to keep me at bay are the same reasons that I should stay. I don't wanna run, I don't wanna try to fight it. Every time I try, I find new ways to deny it. I will try my best to keep my head nice and quiet for you. You, I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna make it right. Anything you're losing, should you really try and find it? When I'm on my way, I'll keep my feet nice and quiet for you. You, oh, 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 oh. I don't wanna run, I don't wanna try to fight it. Every time I try, I find new ways to deny it. I will try my best to keep my head nice and quiet for you. You, I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna make it right. Anything you're losing, should you really try and find it? When I'm on my way, I'll keep my feet nice and quiet for you. You, oh, 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 oh. Thank you.
We're live with Bedouine at the Paste South by Southwest house. So you were born in Aleppo and grew
Syria.
up in Saudi Arabia, is that
Yeah.
correct?
Exactly.
And then where do you live now?
I live in Los Angeles now, yeah.
So how do those experiences and kind of the way that you grew up inform Bedouine's music?
Yeah, you know, it's hard to say exactly. I think I'm maybe too close to know, but I don't think they necessarily find themselves in my music, like sonically or even musically, but I do think like thematically it does, lyrically it does. I think all of those experiences have accumulated to like inform all of the topics, and yeah, I mean, I think that's natural for anybody's experience.
For sure. And the last song that you have for us just came out, right?
Yeah, I think about a week ago. Yeah.
And what's it called?
It's called When You're Gone.
And you worked with Gus Seifert on it?
Yes, I did.
Very cool.
Gus Seifert produced it. Yeah.
And he's produced for Beck and Michael Kiwanuka and now Bedouine.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right, we'll let you take it away.
All right, yeah, this is When You're Gone. Walking circles round the room, playing verses from the same old tunes. When you're gone, when you're gone, drag my finger round the rim, drag around a phantom limb. When you're gone, when you're gone, ain't it a shame? Always the same old game we play. I love you. You love how much I love you. Living like a fool in love. The more I do, the less it does. When you're gone, when you're gone, ain't it a shame? Always the same old game we play. I love you. You love how much I love you. I love you. You love how much I love you. When you're gone, when you're gone, I love you. You love how much I love you.
Thank you so much. That was great.
Thank you, my pleasure.
And that song just came out as a single on its own, right?
Yep, it's just one single on its own.
Anything in the works for an album coming soon?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe not. We'll have to see or not see.
Cool. Well, I do know you have some shows coming up soon in some major cities. Yeah.
I do, yeah. I do. Los Angeles, New York, London, Manchester. Yeah.
Cool. And where can people see tour schedules?
What's that?
Where can people check out the tour schedules?
I guess, yeah, online, on my website, bedouinemusic.com, on Spacebomb's website. Yeah, I guess into the internet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Get on the internet.
Get
Find
on
out
the
about
internet,
Bedouine's shows.
everybody. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
My
real pleasure.
Thanks.